And welcome back one and all to the 40th annual Pictou County Memorial Hockey Tournament, Day 2. And the matchup between the Halifax Hawks and the Pictou County Crushers in the U15A division. The Crushers are 2-0 to start the tournament, while Halifax is 1-1. So we'll get situated on the rankings later on for the crossovers, as things get ever more interesting here on this Saturday matchup as Fanning works into the zone. Move across. Here come the Hawks the other way. Worked on the far wall, dumped in there by Parker. Picked up here on the near side. Chipped ahead. O'Hagan trying to get a stick on that. It goes out as Sablone moves it across. Roman Marson. Marson skates wide. Nice move to get by. Putting it in front. It's loose. And stuck at the side of the goal. Picked off here by Pictou County. Hard check on the wall there. And that'll be whistled down on a penalty here. Looks like it might be a boarding call. It looks to be a roughing. As the player gets back to the bench. And I believe it was Richardson there. We're hoping he's okay. He's recovering on the bench. Trainer giving him some kind words there, and you don't like to see collisions like that in the game, but they do happen. As that one off the draw, Lewis setting up on the power play. Lewis works in the corner. Pulls out of the puck, moves below the goal line. Quick shot. That one was deflected into the netting for a stoppage in play. Once again, folks at home, we appreciate you tuning into all these broadcasts here live from the Pictou County Wellness Center for this historic event, 40th annual Pictou County Memorial Bantam Hockey Tournament. It's a joy to be here every year for this tournament, and this is a special one for sure, as Lewis skates up the ice. Lead feed through neutral ice, picked off, as Mader looks to clear it. Mader, a quick shot from distance, patted aside by Chisholm. Fired down by Marson. Right below the goal line, Kosh. Kosh lead feed picked off. Close call there as Lewis turns it back for Kosh as Pictou County Crushers reset. Knocked off the puck by Dunphy. And that's going to be whistled down the offside against Halifax. A line change to the power play unit here for Pictou County. 54 seconds remaining on their advantage as we set up a neutral ice. Off the faceoff, O'Hagan moves to the side for Burke. Burke near side for Ryan. Ryan took a tumble there, unable to handle the pass as he lost his footing. O'Hagan trying to move it ahead. Burke skates wide. Puck on a stringer. Nice move by Burke near the side of the goal. Works up behind. Centering in front. One-time option, and Ryan fanned on that. This is a perfect pass there by Burke, but a little too hot to handle in the wheelhouse of Ryan. He just caught the heel of the blade on that one. O'Hagan turns with it. Back down low for Burke. Burke centering in front. One-time shot, and that one was a clean one. And a great save to start things off for Sam Batherson, who gets the start and goal for Halifax. Number 31. Off the draw, taken in a shot, saved by Batherson. Rebound chance, another save. Another chance in front. Burke a drive, stopped as well. Batherson being tested early here. Pictou County showing why they're 2-0 to start the tournament, looking to go 3-0 in the round robin. Is that one taken out by Halifax now? Looking to move ahead with it. O'Hagan on the back check. Chops it off the wall. We're back to even strength, 5-on-5. Work behind. Cameron chips it past. Weaving his way through. Cameron to the goal. Unable to get the shot away. Another pass out front. Here's a chance for Sutherland. A drive tipped on just wide of the goal. As it's gathered in once more by Pictou County. Cameron in front. Burke tried to shot there, but it was off a defenseman's skate. And it's back up to neutral ice, and the Crushers reset here, dumping it in as McDonald. Bugged in there to settle that in. On the far wall, chipping it down. Hard check there. Near side Cameron. Hits, drops it off for McDonald. Moves it ahead for London. London skates down and shoots. Blocker save for Batherson. Lewis moves in over the blue line. Skates free. Lewis. Pass in front deflected by the defense. As that one gathered in by Hunter. Hunter off the wall, not out. It's kept alive by Kosh at the point. Kosh dances. Holds on and shoots. Blocker save once again for Batherson. Hard check again in the corner. Physical play becoming a factor here early. Hunter wraps it around on the near side. Lewis stops it up at the point. Taken now by Panopoulos. Robertson dumps it in. Churchill on it. Taken away here by Garcia. Garcia skates down the left wing side. Garcia dumps it in. Lucier gets a hold of it. Off the wall. Down low again for Garcia. Spinning to the side. Shot, rebound chance in front. It's still loose. And finally squirts out to neutral ice here. As unable to hold the line was Kosh. Kosh turns with it. Off the far side wall. Kosh going to retrieve it here. Rims around the near side to Garcia. Garcia trying for an outlet play. Knocked off the puck by Maynard. Ledbetter. Play whistled down on the offside. The faceoff is going to go in the defensive end here of Halifax. Off the draw, won by Halifax. Near side on the point, Fanning, a drive from distance, glove save. Once again for Batherson. So we have a doubleheader Pictou County Crushers matchups for the next two games, including this one, as the AA team will play following up this game against the Shediac Capelle Predators. Has that one taken out here. Moving wide is Marston out front and unable to get the shot away. Near side Ryan. Ryan moves in. Out to neutral ice, dumped into the zone by Pictou County. O'Hagan on the forecheck. On the point, Fanning. Fanning dumps it back in for the cycle. Ryan behind the goal. Out front, that one off a skate. Richardson dumps it in. Works in the corner. To the front. Burke a drive, and that one goes wide. Looking to stuff it far side. Taken away by Merson. Moves to the inside. Still has it. Merson. Defensive check of Ryan there. Given away to Pouliot. Quick drive in front of the net. As Fanning picks that up and works it free. Take it out to neutral ice again. Lead pass for Dunphy. Escapes him all the way down. Sutherland going to retrieve that for Pictou County. Sutherland. On to the far side. And Auld has to chase it down here for Halifax. Near side, Lucier gets us past him as London intercepts. Auld skates out with it. Near side, Lucier. Lucier skates in. Moves over the line, quick shot, save made, rebound chance cleared away. Taken again by Halifax. On to the point, Pouliot a drive, blocked in front. Comes a chance, London trying to escape the defense, good back check there by Bugden. Far side, Smith. Smith moves wide, trying to backhand it free. As London gains hold. Trying to put it in front. Bugden with a check there. Sutherland wraps it around the boards. Near side, Cameron holds the line. Trying to cycle it in deep here. That one off the boards and out. Sutherland chases it down. That'll be an icing call here against the Hawks. So all the way back down to their zone for this next face-off. Getting us on the face-off here for Pictou County. Shot off the draw, pad save made once again by Batherson. Hawks are going to clear it. Parker turns. Almost a giveaway. Here's Garcia, rips it. As that one cleared down the ice. Foot race forward here. Trying to escape there was Churchill. Churchill in the corner. Swings it out onto the point. As it's gathered in by Dillon. Ryan Dillon dumps it into the corner. Near side, Garcia. Garcia up the left wing side. Moves wide. Nice move by Garcia. Holds on. In front of that one-time option there for Ledbetter. Another shot from distance. That one covered up by Batherson. A full line change for Pictou County as they enter the zone here for this face-off draw. Draw in for Halifax. Going to gain possession here. Out to neutral ice. Fanning moves it ahead. O'Hagan unable to handle that pass. Hard check there. Another hard hit. Dunphy on the near side. That one taken away by Richardson, looking to clear. O'Hagan. Backhanded out to neutral ice. O'Hagan picks it up. Here comes the Pictou County Crushers captain, moving over the line. Dumps it in around the boards for Ryan. Ryan after it in the corner. Picked off there by Hunter. Brett Hunter behind his own goal for Halifax. Wrapped on up the boards for Dunphy. Takes a tumble there. O'Hagan rips it off the wall. Ryan moves it ahead for Burke. Here comes Burke, 1-on-3. Burke stops up, waits and shoots, and he sailed that past the blocker side. Fanning. Moves below the goal line. Turns with it. On the near side wall. Good physical play here in the first as Pitts moves that in for the cycle. Fanning on the pinch. Off the wall. And out. And all the way down for an icing call once again against Halifax. Pitts on the draw here in the offensive zone. Cameron, check there. Smith tries to get a hold of it. Pouliot off the wall. There's a chance. Drive that's fanned on another chance. And a glove save made for Batherson through the screen. Pitts on the face-off. Tied up onto the point. Dumped in by Cameron for a cycle attempt here as Sutherland takes a tumble at the blue line. Could be a chance for Halifax now. As they move in, could be a 3-on-1 if they hurry in, an offside there. As Lucier was a little bit ahead of the play on the right-hand side. So play called back to neutral ice for this face-off. And a spoiled opportunity there for Halifax. So a line change for them for this draw. Went all the way down. Bugden chasing it down here for Halifax. Off the backboard to his defensive partner on the left wing side. Chip play. Intercepted there by Kosh. Halifax trying to clear. At the neutral ice, Churchill on it. Churchill holds on, shoots, save made by Chisholm, and he holds on. Shots are 10-3 so far in favor of the Pictou County Crushers. Unable to crack Batherson just yet. The home crowd is awaiting a goal here. They've seen quite a few chances so far for their hometown Crushers. Plenty of Halifax faithful in attendance as well. Here come Halifax on the forecheck. Off the wall to the point. Cycle back in deep. Churchill behind the goal. Tries to backhand it out front. It bobbles for a second, and it's gathered in here by McGinnis. McGinnis to neutral ice. And an offside call against Pictou County at the offensive blue line. A reset here with another neutral ice draw. Taken and dumped into the zone. Chasing it down is Burke. Knocked off the puck. Dunphy in the corner. Dunphy holds on. Makes a couple nice moves, but he's knocked off the puck there by Lewis. As O'Hagan tries to gather that in. He's knocked down. Burke behind the goal. Dunphy centering pass in front. They score! And the Halifax Hawks open the scoring here with 2:30 left to go in the first period of play. They lead the game 1-0. So after being hemmed into their own zone for a bulk of that period, they get a quick strike on Chisholm. You always wonder as the goaltender gets cold between the pipes if his team in front of him is playing aggressively in the offensive zone for the bulk. You don't get enough touches of the puck as a goaltender. Sometimes the shots become all the more pressure opportunities. And a quick cash in there for the Halifax Hawks opens the scoring here. And what was a period so far was dominated by the Crushers as far as scoring chances are concerned. Dump back into the zone again. The Crushers look to establish a forecheck once more against Halifax. Far side, Richardson trying to hold line. Burke, he stops it up at the point. Burke dumps it back in. Hunter with a backhand feed. Here come Halifax the other way. Panopoulos unable to clear. As Sabloni tries to chase that down. Oh, a hard hit there. Sabloni in the corner. Taken away here by Lucier. Lead feed there for Panopoulos. Back across for Lucier over the line, and that's going to be an offside against Halifax. Auld over the line, another offside against Halifax here. Unable to get the clean zone entries they want these last few plays. Shows the effectiveness of the neutral zone coverage of the Crushers. Hard wall to try to break through here if you're Halifax. You got to keep trying. So here they come again. Skating in is Robertson, a drive, blocker aside by Chisholm. Back in the corner. Chance for Pitts to clear. Outlet play for London. That one down the ice. Just 50 seconds remaining here in the first period of play. Intercepted by Smith. Smith on the wall, trying to clear to London. Taken here by Pictou County. McGinnis drops it off. Here's a chance. Backhand shot sails over the goal. Churchill. 8 feet ahead. Robertson leaves it for Parker. His bodies come together in the neutral ice. Here come the Pictou County Crushers the other way. McGinnis is parked in front. Shot towards the goal. That goes wide. Churchill on the near side. Outlet up the ice. Here come the Halifax Hawks. Dumped in around the boards. And time winding down here in the first. That'll do it here for the opening frame. And we will commence with a intermission break here as the Zamboni will flood the ice surface. We'll be back shortly after this intermission. We're watching the 40th annual Pictou County Memorial Tournament live on High Button Sports. Welcome back to the second period of play here live in the Pictou County Wellness Center at the 40th annual Pictou County Bantam Memorial Tournament as the Halifax Hawks face off against the Pictou County Crushers. Halifax leads the game 1-0 here to head into the second period of play. Be sure to tune in to all of our broadcasts here today at the Pictou County Memorial. Plenty of exciting matchups ahead for you on the schedule, including a game coming up with the U15A Crushers playing host to the Shediac Cap-Pelé Predateurs after this game. So plenty of action coming at you live here on this Saturday, live from the Pictou County Wellness Center. Both teams making their way back onto the ice surface for the second period of play. Let's see how the Crushers respond here in the second. Things were pretty tight defensively both ways. A lot of shots on the outside and plenty of opportunities for Pictou, and the pressure opportunity just unable to get close in tight against Sam Batherson. He made a couple great saves as well. Look for Pictou County to try to get some more quality opportunities and sustained zone pressure. Continuing into the second period of play, but Halifax has had the advantage in just the goal department so far with one on the board. Sometimes capitalization really is more key than anything else. Still just a one-goal hockey game here as Garcia takes a hold of that in his own zone. Shoots it out to neutral ice. Ledbetter on the puck. Holds on, tries to set up the play here. Loses the handle, but he got it into the zone and has to chase it down. McGinnis delivers the check there. Going to work it past the defense as Halifax looks to escape the zone. Little ping pong in the neutral ice here. And the ice surface a little sticky after the Zambonis move through. Just watch for players possibly to leave the puck behind in a couple of plays. It almost happened there as well. As here comes Dunphy moving up. Dunphy down the wing, tries to move the inside, gets through to the goal and unable to get it in front or get the shot away as the intended target was not reached in time. Lewis off the far wall, picked up by Garcia. Garcia out at the blue line, out to neutral ice. McGinnis turns with it now. Here comes McGinnis. Nice dipsy-do, another one. Oh, and a close call there. As all took a run at McGinnis. Here on the near side wall, Burke trying to advance. Taken away by Halifax. Pouliot trying to get a stick on that. Burke moves it to O'Hagan. Pictou County captain moving over the line. Dips the shoulder. Good battle there on the wall. Burke on the point, Lewis. Cycles it in. O'Hagan on the reception. O'Hagan, nice move by O'Hagan to the goal shot. He sailed that past the blocker side. O'Hagan swoops it out front off a skate into the corner. Pouliot, lead feed, picked off by Ryan. Ryan dumps it in. Petrie gathers it in. Moved across as Halifax looks to get out of the zone. That's all the way down. That'll be an icing call against the Hawks here. With 12:39 left to play in the second. A line change here for the Pictou County Crushers as they get an offensive zone draw here. London on the faceoff dot. Wins it. McDonald to the point. Back down low it goes. London. Cleared out to neutral ice. Foot race forward here. Churchill trying to get a hold of that against McGinnis, or Fanning rather. London gathers it in. He gets checked and knocked off the puck. Churchill on the wall. Stalemate in neutral ice here as they try to move that puck. Still stuck in the penalty box area. It's moved out to Fanning. He advances. Picked off by the Halifax defense. Moved near side. Sablone moves it ahead. Robertson chips it in. Fanning on the reception. Pass across on the left wing side. McDonald checked and knocked off the puck. Near side pass. Halifax going to advance to Blown. Down it goes as Fanning chases it down here for Pictou. That's going to be an icing call once again against Halifax. McGinnis on the draw. One back to the point, Sutherland. Chips it into the corner, off the wall, and out and down the ice once again for another icing call against Halifax. So face off in the offensive zone here for Pictou County. McGinnis on the draw against Dunphy. Garcia wraps it around the boards. They're going to cycle it. Off the far side wall. Picked up by Sutherland. Sutherland spins off a check. Knocks it off the boards. Held at the line by Halifax, dumping towards the goal. Loose in front of shot, and that sailed over the glove hand side. What was a nothing play ended up being a dangerous chance for Halifax. Here's a shot. Bugden drive from the point, goes wide. Taken back in the corner again. Centering it in front. Chipped into the corner. Taken here by Cameron. Trying to clear the zone. Nice move there. Halifax did a backhand shot. Save made, covered up by Chisholm for the whistle. A line change here for the Halifax Hawks in the offensive zone here. Lucier on the draw against O'Hagan. O'Hagan wins the draw defensively as Cameron looks to move it up the near side. On the point, Petrie, a drive blocked by his own man and Lucier. That's his back in the corner again. Pass to the point to Petrie. Back in the corner it goes. Picked up. Sutherland lead feet ahead all the way down. There'll be an icing call here against the Crushers. Lucy on the draw. Hagan ties him up. Taken away by Pouliot, a drive off the shoulder of Chisholm into the corner. Halifax looking for a stuff attempt. More of a centering pass really there, but picked up here by Pictou County now. Nice move to the inside, and Burke with an aggressive play there on the rush. Back in front it goes. Halifax going to clear near side for Pouliot. Poke check by O'Hagan. Cycle it off the backboards. Lewis. He delivers the body there on Dillon. In the corner. Wrap around Charlie Lewis. He scores! Nathan Lewis wraps it around, tucks it 5-hole. And the Pictou County Crushers tie the game at 1 here in the second. Big Selly there on the bench. And the crowd goes wild here at the Pictou County Wellness Center on that goal by number 17. Draw win off the near side wall. Sabloni in his own zone. Picked out by Burke. Burke holds on and shoots, save made, rebound chance in front. Kasha drive from the point, that goes wide. Another pass in front, looking for a one-time option for Ryan in front, but he was stick checked there, unable to get the shot away. Kosh in his own zone. So Pictou County with a spring in their step after that goal. Pass on their side, crisp play over to Burke. Burke dances, moves it and shoots, and he sailed that off the shoulder of Batherson. Near side Fanning, he gets checked by Churchill. Churchill with a bit of a rough stuff there on the wall, and he's going to get called on that, as Churchill's going to go to the box. Doesn't like the call. So now the Pictou County Crushers will go on the power play here. As Churchill to the box for head contact. Well, another big opportunity here this time for Pictou, as the Crushers will go on the power play. The Pictou County Wellness Center, good crowd drawing here for this Saturday. Will only be more filled as we continue the tournament. As Fanning turns with it. Off the near side. Pass ahead for London. Nice move by London in neutral ice. Skates by, sweeps it towards goal. Save, rebound, chance in front, backhand shot, whistles wide. McDonald. Feet in front of shot. Oh, what a stop that was by Batherson. On a pretty passing play by the Pictou County Crushers. Richardson on the wall. On the backhand. Below the goal line. London centering it in front. A chop shot there is fanned on the way through and fired down the ice by Dunphy. Looks to have caught the bench area here. As we'll likely have a face-off right back in the defensive end of the Halifax Hawks once more here. Minute 16 remaining on the advantage for Pictou County as O'Hagan sets up at the draw. Taken by Burke off the draw, fans on the shot, gathers in again. Burke shoots, and he just whistled that wide. Looking for an against the grain shot low glove side. Just didn't get it inside that post. Moved across, here's Sutherland. Sutherland a drive off the pad of Batherson and wide. Looked like it was bobbling towards the open goal, but it went wide. Just an illusion of the senses there. Was that one taken here? Halifax trying to move out. Cameron. Near side O'Hagan for Burke. Burke leaves it for Cameron, who finds Burke. Nice move. Here comes Burke again. Moves in, shoots off the shoulder and through the blue paint. Here's Cameron on the point. Waits, moves it across to Sutherland. Sutherland gathers it in, back to Cameron. One-timers blocked. O'Hagan waits, takes, and that one off a stick and wide. Sutherland gathers it in. Great pressure here on the power play by Pictou County. Crushers looking to capitalize here. Burke off the wall. Nice move by Sutherland. Down low for Ryan. Ryan back for Burke. Burke, nice move. Burke to the goal. Shot off the side of the goal. Burke again. He's been all over this shift. There's a chance. Burke again, and unable to corral that pass. It is fired out to neutral ice. Gathered in there, shorthanded was Dunphy. He dumps it in, takes a hit for good measure. Pouliot. Down deep for Halifax. We're back to even strength. 5-on-5 hockey. On the point, a drive from distance, deflected wide by Sutherland. Sutherland up against Parker. Off the backboards. O'Hagan gets a stick on that and clears the zone. That one goes all the way down and whistled down on the icing call. Parker on the face-off for Halifax. Tied up. Sabloni moves it ahead, picked off there by McGinnis. He gave it away to Robertson. Robertson moving in. Shoots from distance. That one caught the shoulder or arm there of the blocker side of Chisholm. As that one moved out here by McGinnis now. McGinnis Chips it off the wall. Takes a hit there. Lewis. Ping pong in the neutral zone again here. Is taken over by Sabloni. Near side for Robertson. Couldn't get a stick on that as Kosh receives that off the wall. Intercepted by Robertson. Fires it right away into the corner. Kosh. 8 feet ahead. All the way down Sabloni. Off the wall. Dumped back in by Pictou County. Gathering in now is Hunter. Hunter, near side wall for Maynard. Kosh keeps it alive for Pictou. Taken away, moved to the right-hand side. Here comes the chance for Halifax. It's a breakaway opportunity. Moving in on goal, back at shot, he scores! It's Roman Marson with the goal. And the Hawks regain their lead here in the second. That's a huge goal here for Halifax. Roman Marson. Showing why he's got the C on his jersey for a play like that. Is that taken on the near side? Maynard chips it ahead. Another hard collision there. Near side. Bugden dumps it in for Halifax. Fanning gathers it behind the goal. Near side wall picked up by London. London fights off a check. Given away, another shot. Save made by Chisholm. And he covers. The line changes for both teams to commence with this draw. Offensive zone face-off for Halifax. Draw win for O'Hagan. Picked up near side off the wall. Burke gathers it in. All the way down. Icing waved off as Dillon chops it near side. Panopoulos unable to clear as O'Hagan gets after it. Nice play by O'Hagan. Moves wide. Great patience here shown by O'Hagan. Centering feed in front, backhand shot. Save made and covered by Batherson. Line change here for the Halifax Hawks. To start this defensive zone draw for them as O'Hagan on the face-off. Wins it to the point to Sutherland. Looked out to neutral ice, Cameron. And a penalty on the play here. It's going to be coincidental minors to each side for roughing. So face off in the offensive zone for Pictou County. Five on five will remain the case. Churchill trying to get a stick on that. Moved off the wall. Churchill, lead feed up through neutral ice. Robertson trying to gather it in. Cameron on the forecheck. He's got Ledbetter to help him out. McGinnis as well. Worked in the corner. Garcia. Centering feed in front. Ledbetter unable to get the shot away. Sutherland battling with Churchill. Churchill takes him to the ice. Robertson leaves it there. Here's a chance for Halifax again. Could be another breakaway. Another shot from distance. That one goes wide as there's a misplay there as Sutherland moves it ahead. Tension in the air on that play. As that one whistled down. To a caught a part of the bench there on the clearing attempt. So face off on neutral ice here. Just outside of the Pictou County zone. Off the draw. Off the wall, Pitts leaves it for London. London moving through neutral ice. Knocked off the puck. And Morrison off the wall. Into the corner, Kosh. For Pictou County, leaves it behind the goal. Morrison on the forecheck. Gains possession. He's checked. Here comes Pitts. Pitts with a body check. London a drive, save made, covered up by Batherson. London on the face-off. In front of the net, a chance for McDonald, a drive and a point-blank stop again by Batherson. And some extracurriculars here after that save as Pictou County were aggressive in the blue paint. Halifax taking exception to that. So a partial line change here for Halifax. Off the draw, London looking to go on the attack right away. Kept alive by Kosh. London shoots it, glove save again for Batherson. And a reset of that face-off. Taken again by Pictou County. Pitts in the corner, finds London. On the point, Kosh. Give it away to Hunter. Hunter backhand feed, blocked by McDonald. That play whistled down. Shots are 20-8 so far in favor of Pictou County Crushers. But the score remains 2-1 for the Halifax Hawks. The capitalization has been key for the Hawks here in this game. Just a one-goal lead though. Pictou still pressing as they dump that in. O'Hagan after it on the forecheck. Burke behind the goal. Near side looking to clear. O'Hagan chops at it. Goes out to neutral ice, fanning in his own zone. Just 38 seconds left to play here in the second period. Pass to neutral ice, knocked off the puck. Here comes Burke, moving in. Burke waits and shoots off the goal post. He's used that shot a couple of times this game. This time he got a little closer than the last two, but still unable to get it just inside that goal post. Right head on to the goal post, that shot. Sort of bounced out in the same direction as it was shot. Just hit the goalpost dead on that one. Richardson skating after it. Burke. Near side, Dillon. Holds the line, and that'll do it here for the second period. 2-1 for the Hawks after two. You're watching the 26th, 40th annual Pictou County Memorial Bantam Hockey Tournament. We'll be back shortly with the third period of play. Stay tuned. And we're back to start the third period of play. 2-1 for the Halifax Hawks after 2. Let's see if the Crushers can rally the troops here for a comeback. They're only down by 1. They have the advantage in the shot total so far. But Sam Batherson has been excellent in goal. And so have the defensive units for the Hawks, trying to keep the shots to the outside. But still some great looks in this game so far by Pictou County, including that last goal post by Burke, which could have been the game-tying goal there late in the second if it wasn't for the iron. McGinnis on the draw on the neutral ice. Up against Parker. Churchill trying to gather it in. Cameron dumps it in for Pictou. Petrie after it in his own zone. Far side looking to clear the zone. That clearing attempt was fanned on. Finally gets out to neutral ice. This is picked up by Cameron once more here for Pictou County. Near side, Garcia dumps it in for the Crushers as they look to establish a forecheck here. Petrie. Here come Halifax the other way. Dumped into the corner. Lewis spins 8 feet ahead for McDonald. Or McGinnis rather. McGinnis dumps it in, and that's going to be an icing call here against the Pictou County Crushers. Off the draw, London looking to clear it, gave it away to Hunter, a drive from distance, save made, rebounds loose in front, and a good active stick there for Chisholm. It's cleared in front again. That one taken away by Kosh. Skosh skating through neutral ice. Drops it off for London, feet in front for McDonald. Knocked off the puck. Goes to the wall. Cleared down the ice for Dunphy. One-on-one. Dunphy. Nice couple moves by Dunphy. Look at him go. Here he comes. Dunphy. Shot towards the goal, save, rebound, chance in front. It's covered by Chisholm as one of the Halifax players was dumped into the goal. The officials looking to maintain justice here and order. No penalty call on the play. So face off in the offensive zone now for the Hawks. Off the tie-up, or clean draw win rather, to man at the point and Maynard unable to get the shot away. Another shot from distance, stopped up in front by Richardson. Richardson chips it there, out to neutral ice. Auld gathers it in. Intercepted here by McDonald. He gets checked. Donald trying to drop it for London, picked off by Auld. Lead feet ahead. It could be a break again here for Dunphy as he skates after, but Richardson there back to pick it up. Good play by number 4 on defense. Hard check there by Marson on Richardson, but Richardson stays on his feet and got the better of him there. On the point, Auld. Nice move by Auld. Auld drops it off to Dunphy, a drive, deflected, and a quick pad reaction save there by Chisholm. Back onto the point, escapes to neutral ice. Here comes Pictou County and able to make the play on that. Marson down the wing. Drops it off for Dunphy, who swoops it into the zone, and a line change here for Halifax, and they get it deep. Fanning. Moving up the ice. Collided with the linesman there. Taken up. Oh, a close call there. Off the near side wall. Richardson. Far side for Fanning. Fanning off the wall. Oh, a collision between two Halifax players. Could be a misplay here. As in comes Ryan to the front. And that one knocked away. O'Hagan a drive. That one blocked in front. Pictou County starting to cause some confusion here, but here comes a chance for Lucier down the wing. He's knocked off the puck. On a big check there by Fanning, who took a tumble in the process. Burke. Hustling down the wing. Burke lost the handle as he was poke checked. O'Hagan after it. O'Hagan, nice move. Moves behind the goal. On to the point to Cameron. Cameron. Back to O'Hagan. Has the puck in his feet. Holds onto it. Spins into the corner for the cycle for Ryan. Ryan below the goal line. Turns in the corner, on to the point. Sutherland. Back down low for Ryan. Ryan. Cross to O'Hagan. O'Hagan a drive. Save made with the glove. At Batherson, a rebound chance swept aside. Off the wall, kept alive by Sutherland again. Great pressure by Pictou County here. Finally escapes out to neutral ice, but they reset with possession. Burke drops it off for O'Hagan. O'Hagan dumps it in for a line change for the Crushers. Crushers pressing here in the third. So plenty of time remaining. Just a 1-goal lead for Halifax. Drive is blocked by Kosh. Burke. Skates on the right wing side. Stops up. Burke shoots from distance. That one blocked. On to Lewis. Lewis, he's got the lone goal for Pictou County. Just for another shot. Glove save for Batherson. And that quick release by Lewis, as that one was labeled for the glove hand side. Far side, Robertson. Trying to clear the zone, kept alive by Kosh into the corner. Great pressure on display once again by the Crushers, still unable to solve Batherson for a second time. Near side wall, Churchill. Sweeps it across. Here there comes Robertson. Robertson moves in, shoots, glove save for Chisholm. For a whistle and a stoppage in play, and that gets a big roar of applause from the hometown faithful. Dunphy on the faceoff. Pass in front, unable to make a play. Garcia moves up the wing. Trying to gain a step. Sweeps it into the zone. Bugden on the reception here for Halifax. Benjamin Bugden. Near side pass, a risky one, but it got its way through as Marson skates in with it now. Marson steps wide. Into the corner. Below the goal line. Trying to wrap around, but he lost the handle. It's taken by Garcia now. 1-on-2. Garcia chips it past the defense. Hunter on the retrieval. Nice touch play there as Dunphy gathers it in. And a couple of nice crisp passes here by Halifax. Marson a drive, and he sailed that past the glove hand side. Another chance. Turns below the goal line. Marson out front. Unable to get the one-timer off. On the point, Hunter. Hunter shoots it from distance. Blocked in front. Gathered in. Quick shot for the front of the net. Save made. It's loose. And covered on the goal line there by Chisholm. Huge stop there for the Crushers netminder. There's always a bit of nerves on that play. Shots are 23-11 in favor of the Pictou County Crushers. At this stage of the game, still 8:54 remaining in the third period. Lucier on the draw. Cameron. That play whistled down here. Looks to be a penalty on the play. A head contact minor coming up. Looks like it's going against Pitts here. So Ashton Pitts going to the box for Pictou County. So a power play opportunity for the Halifax Hawks. Silence deafening in here on that one. On the point. Pass in front. Here's a shot. That one's stopped by Chisholm. Trying to gather it in. Still loose. Picked up by O'Hagan. He shots it off the wall. Kept it alive by Petrie. Petrie a drive. That one blocked in front. Looked into the corner. Gathered in by Halifax. Back on the point, Petrie. Knocked down low for Panopoulos. Taken off of his stick and cleared by O'Hagan. Petrie behind the goal. Near side Lucier. Pass ahead to Panopoulos. Nice move there by Lucier. Another nice move. One clear to neutral ice. Marson turns with it for Halifax. Marson. Given away, here's a chance. Ryan moving in on goal, and a backhand shot is stopped. And a penalty shot here. So the most exciting play in hockey. A penalty shot for the Pictou County Crushers here with a chance to tie the hockey game. Talk about nerves on this one. As Nicholas Ryan sets up for the penalty shot. You can feel the tension in the air here. Here comes Ryan. One-on-one against Batherson. Ryan, a shot, he sailed it over top. Looking to pick the corner on the glove hand side, and he ripped it over the net. Goodness gracious. So the Hawks breathing a sigh of relief on that one, as did Sam Batherson, as that could have been barred down if it was a few inches lower. As London on the face-off dot. So Pictou County still shorthanded for another 42 seconds here as Halifax moves it ahead. On the point, Hunter. Moved across. Marsden. Knocked down low. Marson, rather. Marson, nice move. Steps free. Marson to drive, and that one blocked by Lewis in front. Back onto the point. It's cleared out as Hunter moves it across. The misplay here is London trying to get a stick on that. Halifax resets. Marson. Moving ahead. Oh, could be a break here. And that one knocked off the puck. Cleared down by Cameron. All the way, and that'll do it for the penalty as we're back to even strength. As Pitts is back onto the ice surface and in play. On the point. Richardson trying to get a stick on that. Pitts on the wall. Drops it to Fanning. Fanning trying to move it ahead. Worked in deep. Wrapped around by London on the point for Richardson. Richardson chips it back for London. London holds on. Knocked off the puck. Here comes Halifax the other way. Move on the near side wall. Watch out. As that one dumped in. That's going to be an icing call here against Halifax. It could have been close for a too many men on the ice penalty there. And that's a nightmare play. In the middle of a line change. There's Lucier on the draw against McGinnis. Lucier wins the draw, near side for Churchill. Sweeps it ahead. Touch play back for Churchill. Churchill dumps it into the corner for Halifax. Body check there. Garcia off the wall. All moves it ahead. He pass ahead for Lucier, and he's all offside. I'll take the play back a little bit. Off the draw, picked up by Garcia. McGinnis. Moves in, dropped off for McDonald. McDonald takes a tumble. Rocked around by McGinnis on the far side for Garcia. Garcia going to gain a forechecking advantage here. Are the Crushers as McGinnis skates after it. The body check in the corner. Swept out front, unable to find the intended target as Churchill gathers that in. 8 feet ahead. Chipped ahead by Lucier. Sutherland behind his own goal. Sweeps it off the far wall. Bugged in a drive from distance, stopped in front. Cameron, near side for McDonald. Fired back in by Halifax for the dump and chase. They get a line change here. Cameron moves up the ice, through neutral ice. Nice move by Cameron. Tries another one, and he tried to feed it in front for Ryan, as Ryan almost lost his footing there in the corner. The near side wall, Cameron looking to hold the line. Does so. Chops at it, trying to get it towards the goal, but he was blocked. Picked up here by Burke. Nice move in neutral ice by Burke. And that one offside against Pictou County. So a fairly tight defensive contest in this one. Still plenty of chances either way, but 24-12 are the shots in favor of Pictou County Crushers. So most opportunities have been blocked. There have been plenty of volume shot towards the goal, especially on off the stick of the Pictou Crushers players. But unable to get it through all the blocked attempts by Halifax, trying to keep those shots to the outside. Another shot to that one got through. Unable to get the rebound there was Ryan in front. 3:55 remaining here in the third. Here come Halifax the other way. Taking the near side, Ryan. Great reception, finds Burke. Burke skates in, shoots, he scores! Nash Burke, a ripper of a wrist shot to the glove hand side. He gets that one home. And the Pictou County Crushers tie the game at 2 here with 3:40 to go. Nash Burke has had the hot stick for the Crushers in this tournament. And he notches another one there. Talk about a clutch goal right there, as that's off the near side wall. Picked up here by Lewis. So Pictou County with a spring in their step now as Ryan dumps it in. Rimmed on the far side. Blocked off. Hunter turns. Finds Bogdan. Off the wall. O'Hagan chases it down here for Pictou County. Kosh. That one off a skate. Finds Burke again. Nash Burke. Trying to make a couple more dipsy-doos than he needed to there as that one's cleared down. Kosh. Fired off the near side wall. Burke after it again. Taken by O'Hagan. O'Hagan. Works into the corner. Shoots it towards the goal off the side of the net. Fanning, or rather London. Moving on the far side. Ryan trying to get a stick on that. Fired down the ice by Halifax. Kept alive here by O'Hagan. O'Hagan hauled down. London a drive. He scores! What a shot! Waylon London with a huge celebration here. Pumped up after that one. And the Crushers lead 3-2 with back-to-back goals in about a minute and a half. And the crowd into it. Two huge goals back-to-back by Nash Burke and Waylon London, and the Pictou County Crushers in the lead by a goal here with just 2:20 to go. Halifax the other way. Lucy, a drive. Stopped by Chisholm. Moved out, all with it. Trying to chip it in. Sutherland off the wall and out. Petrie chases it down. Behind the goal, off the wall. Picked over to Halifax. Fired back in by McGinnis. So 1:45 left to go in the third. Here come Halifax. Moving through neutral ice. Oh, Hall down there on that play. No call there. Another shot towards the goal. That one stopped. Lucier on the point. Drive from distance goes wide. McGinnis gets checked. Here's Sutherland on the wall. Fires it all the way down. That'll be an icing call here against Pictou County. So 1:18 remaining here. Batherson makes his way to the bench. Extra attacker on here for the Halifax Hawks. Off the draw, moved in front of shot. Save made, point blank by Chisholm. Off the wall, Halifax on the point. Held to the line. Back into the corner it goes. Parker behind the goal. Shoveled in front, it's loose, and it's covered by Chisholm. Halifax looking to tie it here. The goalie pulled. Off the draw, Cameron. Wraparound chance in front, another shot. Its stuff attempt is covered again by Chisholm. Face off in the offensive zone here for Halifax. Tied up, Cameron gets a hold of it. Cameron on the far side. Fires it down the ice. And that's another icing call here against Pictou County. Off the draw, Sutherland backhand dump off the wall. 70 feet in front, blocked by the defense. Lucier in the corner. Spins it around the near side. Picked off by Cameron. Throwing it towards the empty net, and in! That'll ice the game for Pictou County Crushers. As Cameron hits the empty net. With 17.6 remaining, a 4-2 score. And relief from the hometown crowd. As with 17 seconds to go, chances are mighty slim that Halifax will be able to come back in this one. As Pouliot dumping it in, he gets checked hard. Lewis turns. Off the glass, down the ice it goes. And that play whistled down for the high stick with 1.1 second left on the clock. And one last face-off to end this one. And a bit of a skirmish at the end of this one here. As the Pictou County Crushers win it by a score of 4-2. And they line up at center ice to show the sportsmanship here at the end of a hard-fought contest. So a 4-2 victory for the Pictou County Crushers. We'll stay tuned for the player of the game for each side. We'll get you set up for the next matchup here, of course, as well. As the next game coming at you live is taking place between the Shediac Capelle Predateurs and the Pictou County Crushers in the U15A division. Make sure to tune into that one as well. Number 31, Sam Batherson, getting the nod for player of the game for the Halifax Hawks. Congratulations to him. And number 7, Nash Burke, player of the game for the Pictou County Crushers with that game-time goal. That'll do it here for this contest, folks. This has been Brendan Moy from Halifax Sports. I'll see you in the next one as the 40th annual Pictou County Memorial